Welcome back to another Legendary Theory video. Y'all seem to really enjoy my last video talking about Cole Young. If y'all haven't checked out the video, feel free to do so. If y'all also enjoy theory videos, make sure to subscribe as well as hit that notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload some content for you guys, as I'm still trying to figure out a consistent schedule to upload on. And can we get 3 likes on today's video? Thank you all so much. Now let's get into this video on, is Kano a good guy? Well, simple answer is no. For those of you who are new to Mortal Kombat, or those who don't know Kano's backstory, check out Gaming Bolt's YouTube channel. He does a very well job of giving all the details of who Kano is and what he has done, as well as when Mortal Kombat was a part of Midway and then later became NetherRealm Studios. Also, that we have that squared away, let's get on into what we see from the trailer and go off of how I think the story will unfold. So again, take this with a grain of salt, as I have no knowledge of the story, just like to provide y'all with fun, entertaining content that makes you think, could that be the case? I also know there are some more TV spots in new images that have been released recently that we will touch a little bit on, but we'll break down later in another video. A lot more in depth, of course. For starters, Kano's role in the film will be that of a comedic relief, since, you know, we don't have Johnny Cage or knowledge that he's in this film. They're probably saving him for the sequel. Plus, Kano does have his own sadistic sarcasm and quirks, especially if you pay attention to the games and what he says, especially in all iterations of the comics as well. And another thing that motivates Kano and what really benefits him is financially, his life, and anything to do with the Black Dragon. So I feel like that will have a breadcrumb effect throughout the movies or this film, depending on how far they want to take it. We know he's either sparring or straight up fighting against Kung Lao as well, which, if it does end up being a straight up fight with Kung Lao, I think that will be the point to where he either made a deal with Outworld or Shang Tsung specifically on what's going on, and what motives he has with the Outworld will begin at that point, or has already started, and that's the kind of deal that kind of unfolded, where he turned against Earthrealm fighters. Also the scene where he fights the reptile looking creature, which I really hope is just one of his race clan members of Saurian, I can't pronounce that correctly right now, but Saurian, I believe, which I highly think is possible, or I really hope so, because I really don't like the design too much myself of if that ends up being reptile. It'd be easy to do that as a Saurian clan member. But at this point in the trailer, they are on Earthrealm, and I think this is where it begins to change, and where I think their travels to Outworld is about to begin, which hence is Kano's setup. Was Kano offered something in return for bringing the Earthrealmers to Outworld, or possibly into some form of a trap, or a position of disadvantage? Or did they just decide to travel to Outworld altogether, regardless of any deal of Kano? This is questions I'm asking you guys, and questions I want to kind of get you guys to think about in the comment section below. I also know Cabal is in 2 quick shots of the trailer, not mentioning the new picture that was just released, as well as the new TV spots. We won't talk about that yet. But in the 2 quick shots of the trailer, we know he has history with the Black Dragon and Kano, so it will be interesting to see how it unfolds. And in all honesty, I would love to see that in the next film of Mortal Kombat. And could Mortal Kombat build more focus on their other characters, same as Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think that would be awesome. More of a focal thing, kind of setting up everything to expand on the Mortal Kombat universe, of being able to break down each character more focused on specific films. I honestly think that would be amazing, and a great way for us to go do that and support that opportunity to happen is go watch the movie in theaters or on HBO Max. I have left a link down in the description box below for HBO Max if y'all are interested. Now, also another thing that has intrigued me about the trailer is knowing how Kano gets his cybernetic eye. And from the lore of Mortal Kombat, Jax is the reason behind it. So do they have a scuffle early on in the film? Or will they make Kano get his eye in a different way, same as them changing how Jax loses his arms? So if that's the case, They had to have bribed him to be a part of the Earthrealm Fighters, being Sonya, somehow getting Kano on the team, or some form of way like that. But we also have Cabal being very heavily focused on as a fighter on Shang Tsung's team, which is very interesting, and we will also dive into that later. I just had to tease that a little bit. So my final thoughts on Kano is that Kano is a bad guy with his mindset on what benefits him, and it's going to be interesting to see what exactly that is, either it be money or something to do with Cabal. Leave y'all's thoughts and theories down below. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions on what you think Kano's motives are for this film and why he is more heavily focused on being an Earthrealm fighter. I have a lot of ideas and theories I'm working on, just trying to find the time to film them, so thank you for joining me on today's video. I'll catch you on the next one.